Have we ever been to an Amazon store? What are big chewy nerds? And what is our favorite thing that is red? Well, I talk about all that and more on this episode of the Toddcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Toddcast. As always, I'm your host, Todd McManus, and today, on his 17th guest appearance here on the Toddcast, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Mr. Jaron Parks. Jaron, how are you doing today?
I'm good. 17, that's almost legal.
17. Well, you aren't wrong. So, 17. That is many times, and like we were just talking about, and I want to bring up to everyone who is listening, 3 years is how long it has been now. A little over 3 years if you count by like the actual day of the month that you were on, which that episode was January 18th, 2020, and now we're on February, whatever day it is, February whatever, 2023. 3 years ago, we were hyping up a skiing trip that never happened. It's one of those that it was one of those that it was what could have been.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been a great trip. It would have been fun, and I still haven't been skiing to this day. 3 years later. Yeah. Now we're in a basically post-COVID world. It's still here, but nobody cares about it anymore.
Pretty much.
And
especially in Louisiana.
Especially. We can't emphasize that enough, especially in Louisiana. But 3 years, it's been a wild ride.
You got cancer? Rub some Tonys on it.
Still go out. You aren't wrong. This is and some Tabasco sauce.
That's right.
Put the holy mixture. That's our holy water. Is Tabasco and Tonys mixed together.
Gosh. Imagine sprinkling that on somebody's face.
I feel like you would blind them with Tabasco Tonys going on their eyes.
Yes.
So, I wanted to talk about some news real quick.
Hang on. Before we go any further, are you drinking a pink drink?
No, I was actually drinking a strawberry acai lemonade.
Okay.
You know what the funny thing is? With the way you just said that, I thought we were going to a Starbucks ad. Wait, are you drinking a pink drink? Well, yes, I am. You should pick one up at your local Starbucks.
No. I would have had to, ostracize you.
People have told me that I should just try it, but this is I like the strawberry acai lemonade, but I don't like the actual strawberries in it because they get so mushy and they clog up the drinking hole. So I get it without the strawberries, and it's basically just like strawberry juice mixed with lemonade. Yeah. Which is good. I like it.
Yeah. As long as it's not the pink drink, I would have had to come up with you on that.
I haven't tried the pink drink. I should just try it just to see how it is.
And I'm a bit of a hypocrite because my favorite drink ever is the watermelon drink at Subway. You know, they have the little watermelon Fresca.
I haven't tried that. I do need to try.
It's good.
The watermelon Fresca from Subway.
Yeah. Anyways.
So,
what were you talking about?
After our Starbucks ad there, thank you Starbucks for sponsoring this episode. I wanted to get into a little bit of news, and I wanted to ask you a question to start it off. Have you been to a physical Amazon store?
I mean, my phone is a physical thing. If that's...
But I mean, have you walked because the Amazon stores? You know how? I really don't understand how they work. You walk in, there's nobody that works there. And it's like a convenience store.
Have you ever seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yes, I have.
You remember the eBay store? That made no sense.
It's basically that.
That's the first thing I thought of.
It's basically that. It's a physical store from a giant online store, basically. Yeah. And I don't understand how it works. That nobody works there, but every time you pick something up off the shelf, it knows that that's in your cart. Because it has like 30 security cameras in there that is watching like every inch of the store. Wow. And they know, like, they can see the barcode, I guess, that's on the front, I guess.
So there's no physical people there?
No, there's no people. You go in there and you put it in your bag or cart or whatever, and there's probably a janitor to clean the place. Yeah. But then when you walk out, as soon as you walk through like the little things that are at Walmart that go off whenever you steal stuff, you know? Yeah, those things. Apparently they have those types of things that when you walk out, it automatically charges you for what you just put in your cart.
I mean, I remember a few years ago, they were really pushing their whole grocery side of everything on Amazon. Like, we deliver fresh groceries.
Because I think they bought Whole Foods. Huh. I think Whole Foods is owned by Amazon.
I didn't know that. But that would explain the whole grocery push that they had a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been to one. It is intriguing. I would like to. That's our next trip. Forget skiing. We're going to
Amazon store. We got to find the closest Amazon store. I know for sure there's one in New York. I've never been to New York, but I know for sure there is one there.
That's a bit of a drive.
And a little bit. There might be one in Dallas. That might be the closest.
They have everything in Dallas.
That is pretty true.
Stinking IKEA in Dallas.
You aren't wrong. But I want to talk about this new technology that's for the Amazon stores. Okay. That makes Amazon even creepier.
Okay.
So when you go, and apparently there's going to be other stores that might do this. So when you go in the Amazon store, normally they're like, okay, how are we able to charge people for what they buy? We see what they put in their cart. We charge them for that. But when you walk out the door, what's going to stop them from just taking it and stealing it without actually charging their Amazon account?
Yeah.
So there's a way that they might let you pay for it. And apparently is that everybody has a different palm on your hand.
Oh no.
And you're going to have to submit or somehow scan your hand with your phone, and then they're going to have those like card reader looking things that where you would push the number for your credit card or whatever, and it's going to look like the scanner that they would scan a barcode, and it's circle. Yeah. And you put your hand over it, and then it says transaction approved.
All right. Well, I went from one extreme to the other. I will never be visiting the store. You're on your own.
We gotta go see the palm reader.
Come on, Jeff Bezos. That's too much, man.
Jeff Bezos wants to look at your hands.
No, that's my private area. Not meant for public consumption.
No, Jeff. I'm not showing you my hands.
These are my palms, not yours. Look at your own dang palms.
So that is what's happening. That there is a new, in the future, palm reader transaction technology that might actually come to fruition in like the next 5 years.
I'm good. I'll pass.
Because, like, of course, like when you think about it, the big jump from the last generations of having to use cash only, that was the only thing you could use.
Yeah.
Just cash all the time. If you didn't have cash with you, whatever. And then it went into card, and they're like, how am I supposed to pay with something with a card? There's I don't see anything, there's no money because it's in the bank, So now we're going even further to where you might be able to go to the store and not even carry a wallet.
Yeah. I watched a video that kind of creeped me out, but this guy implanted in his wrist a chip reader for his bank account. He put one inside of his wrist. That way he can just go up to a register and just tap it on the register. Like the ones that accept the little tap to pay thing.
Yeah.
With his skin. That doesn't seem right to me.
No,
I'm no biologist, but
but how does that work? I mean, I've seen there was this guy, I watched a video kind of like that he put his Tesla car key in his hand. That way when he walked up to the Tesla, he would put his palm on the door and it would unlock the car.
Yeah. No. Now, to me, I'm not one of those Karens that thinks, oh my gosh, this is the mark of Satan.
Yeah.
This is the end of the world.
Yeah.
It just seems a little strange to me,
It is a little, like, I understand the unlocking your car with your hand first, because if you're going to do the Apple Pay thing or card reader where you walk up and you scan your wrist, like, I know, like, there's no way that you can knock that guy out and just scan his wrist. Oh, he paid for it.
Yeah.
Or like you're walking next to him and you're paying for stuff and you just grab his hand and hold his wrist over it. Oh, you paid for my stuff. or like
crazy.
somebody who has
get a chainsaw and cut his
just cut his hand off and just carry it around with me, and then you sew it back together on the wrist part, and then it's like
your credit, sir. I have a hand.
hand,
not mine.
And then you sew the wrist part back together. That way, there's no blood coming out, and then it looks like the hand off of what's the old show?
You thinking of Evil Dead?
No, the Addams Family.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
You know, and that Wednesday Netflix show and all that. You know, just dress up like her and be like, "This is my Wednesday cosplay," and then just pay with some other guy's hand.
So that's the move. You cut somebody's hand off that has the little chip reader. You wear it around your neck. And you dress up as Wednesday Addams every day for the rest of your life.
You are now Wednesday Addams. But and I kind of understand the Tesla car thing too, but also at the same time that can also happen because you're more susceptible to be knocked out somewhere, and then they can just hold your hand up to the car door. Oh, it's unlocked.
Yeah.
And then they could just. But the thing about those push to start vehicles is that you only need the keyless entry in there. Mm-hmm. Well, if you knock a guy out, and I'm just talking about knocking people out all day. If you knock a guy out,
what have you been doing,
and the keyless entry is in his pocket, and like if they kidnap you and put you in the trunk, can they still crank the car because it's in the car? You know, does it have to be a certain feet from the front? Or does it have to be just in the car as a whole?
Oh, well, that's interesting you mentioned that because my girlfriend, she has to, I mean, I've tried to crank her car.
She got knocked out.
No. I've tried to crank her car while she has the keys with her.
Yeah.
She's got the door open. She's about to sit down. But she has to sit all the way down inside the car in the passenger seat.
Fully be seated.
Yeah. And that's what she have, a Ford car? I don't even remember what it's called. The bigger Ford car, sedan, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, but she has to be in, like, right here. She can't be...
She has to be ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to drive.
Yeah.
Okay. She can't be...
It's not that the door has to be closed. It's that the key has to be inside the main part of the car, which I don't know what that means as far as the trunk goes.
Okay.
But I do know that. And I don't even think my car is that stringent on it. I mean, I got the keyless entry, but I think it's a little more relaxed about it. But, you know,
that's Ford being Ford, you know. So we gotta tight knit everything.
But it is an interesting concept, the whole palm thing.
Palm reader.
Yeah.
At Amazon stores.
Put crystal balls at the front.
Yeah, and have an actual palm reader there. That's the new palm reader. It's palm reader technology.
I'm going to have all the star signs on the walls and stuff.
And then dream catchers as well and all that kind of stuff, you know.
Oh my gosh, I'm an asparagus.
And then you pay your almond milk with your palms.
That's right.
So I am not excited about that. I don't think this is going to happen. It can, because everybody does have a separate palm.
I mean, I believe that they would do something like that. I just don't approve. There's lots of things I don't approve, but they still happen anyway.
That is still being done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can understand them trying to save like time, and I mean, I could say saving space, but you can buy the smallest wallet and have it be like one of those that just only holds cards.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need one that's long or big or whatever.
I think it's more about efficiency than anything, because you won't have to pull out your wallet to do that. You'll just...
Yeah. All right, that'll be 10:24. Beep. All right, see you later. Here's your stuff.
You're like a Jedi, just using the Force.
Basically,
you're
using the Force to buy you stuff.
Yeah.
So... interesting. But anyway, to go off of the palm reader technology, next up we have 2 different kind of candies that we're going to try, and then take our average score between 0 and 100 no decimals.
Okay.
And the first up, where I think we got to try Big Chewy Nerds.
Yeah.
Which is
like both of us.
That was
Big Chewy Nerds.
That was almost the name of this podcast. That was in the works.
That was your backup.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big Chewy Nerds. I'm your host. Oh, look at them.
Oh, they look like they look like tricks.
They kind of do, and they're kind of lumpy. I want to get one of each color.
Yeah.
All right. I think there's pink, purple, and orange.
Oh, they're hard. I thought they'd be soft.
No, they're big chewy. That's the big part.
Oh.
The chewy's on the inside.
They're lumpy like me, too.
Big lumpy nerds.
Oh, gosh. What a name. You throwing all of them in there?
Yeah, I might as well just shot it all, so.
I'm going to go one at a time.
Then I will, too.
I'm going to go with the orange first.
All right, orange.
That's an interesting texture.
It's like it's got the M&M casing on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But
fruit flavor.
And a little gummy. Because if I keep chewing, it will last a while.
I'm going to go with the, which one should I go with next?
We can do purple.
All right. I'm not a big grape fan.
It was stronger, though.
Yes, it was.
I am a grape fan, so that tastes good to me. If you like grape, you'd like it.
I like actual grapes, but I don't like grape-flavored things.
They aren't the same.
They're definitely not the same.
But I'm a grape fan, but I know a lot of people don't like.
It's like strawberry-flavored things. I like strawberry-flavored things, but I don't like strawberries.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
And I love watermelon-flavored things, but I hardly ever eat an actual watermelon, so.
Yeah. And then the yellow.
Is that lemon?
Mm-hmm. That's not an overbearing lemon flavor, which is hard to find.
Which is, yeah. If you like lemon and you don't want it to kill you, Big Chewy Nerds is the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Those are pretty good.
Purple. So, as a whole, putting it all together, where would you put that from 0 to 100?
Now, I'm not a big fruit candy guy, but these are probably my favorite fruit candy I've ever had. I'm a big fan of these.
You're not a fan of regular Nerds?
Not at all. But
well, they're bringing it for you.
And it's because of the texture. And they completely changed the texture for these, and they're so good.
Yeah.
I like these. I'm gonna go with an 87 out of 100.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
87. Man. I will say they are different.
Especially the orange ones. Those are good.
I am a Nerds fan. I can, take one of those little bitty boxes of Nerds and shoot it as a shot, just a shot of Nerds.
So how do they compare to other Nerds for you?
These? Well, they're so different. That's the thing. It's like...
They don't even taste like
No,
Nerds.
it's like a different... It's like a company owns two different sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's totally different, and it still kind of has the flavor, and especially the grape one. That grape tastes exactly the same as a grape Nerds, but these orange ones, I don't know if I've ever seen orange Nerds. Whenever I think of orange flavored things, for some reason, and it was a childhood favorite of mine, I always go to orange Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
That's like my go-to, but.
See, I go straight to the orange Airheads because I like those. But,
and Airheads are so good.
Yes, they are.
They have gummy Airheads now. They don't look like the strips. They look like the balloon head guy. That's actually the mascot or whatever. But you gave it an 87. I'd probably honestly give these an 82.
82? Wow.
Still
high praise. Good job.
Divide by 2, average. It's a solid 84 and a half.
84 and a half. Not bad.
That's pretty good. I like these.
Good job, Big Chewy Nerd.
These it's a share pouch, too, for sharing. So, the second thing I got was a classic from my childhood. I loved these things as a kid, but good Lord, they were so sticky, and they were always like one clumped up piece in the bag. This is Fruit Gushers Flavor Mixers.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to open this.
So you've never had the flavor mixers kind of Gushers?
No, I've only had the regular bags that they would sell. So
let's see what we got here.
there is Raspberry lemonade is one flavor. Strawberry peach and orange cherry.
Orange cherry.
So here, let's turn a light on.
Some interesting combinations we got here.
I think I got 2 of the same flavor.
Well, I did too. Let's see.
Oh, I got more. I have 2 of the same flavor.
Now, are these 2 different?
Well, a darker one should be probably the cherry, but the cherry has orange in it.
Oh my
so
gosh, they look exactly the same.
there's I think we're just gonna have to taste them to figure it out. So I'm gonna go with the red one.
Okay.
And see.
This might be a different red one that I have.
It either is gonna be raspberry lemonade, strawberry peach, or orange cherry. So.
Okay. Well, I think I know which one's the orange cherry.
Because they're the only ones that are orange.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Fruit gushers.
I got the raspberry lemonade.
I did too. That's a strong lemonade flavor.
Mm-hmm. It's a good lemonade flavor.
Mm-hmm. So,
okay.
Let's try the orange one to see if we get orange cherry.
Honestly, that didn't taste like anything.
Yeah, I'm just tasting a cold gusher. The thing is, I think...
There it is. I got it now.
I think what it is that the outside is one flavor and the gushy part in the middle is a different flavor. I think that's what it is. But I can't look in this bag and tell what is what. Oh, wait.
Oh.
I think that's pink.
Compare it to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's try the pink one.
So this should be...
Strawberry peach.
Strawberry peach.
I do taste something there. I do taste a little peach. I think the second word of all of these are the gooey part. So the lemonade, the peach, and the cherry.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I like them. The lemonade one is way more prominent than any of the others.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's good though.
That is true. It is good. Because it's basically lemonade gooey wrapped in gummy raspberry is what it is. So I like that.
So what's your rating? You go first this time.
I'm a Gushers guy. I haven't had Gushers in probably 5 or more years. They're good. It's just that out of the 3 flavors, 2 are kind of lackluster. I am an orange flavor guy. I love anything orange flavored. But I was kind of let down by 2 of them. The lemonade flavor was very good. It wasn't pungent like a lot of regular lemonade can be from Minute Maid and other stuff.
Yeah.
I would probably give this... I would go 74. If somebody gave these to me, I would have them again, but I'm not going to seek them out.
I'm not a big fan of them. I never was a big Gushers fan myself. I mean, they're edible, obviously, but not really my thing there.
They're not your forte.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with a... Let me give it a 63.
Oh, okay. That gives an average of 68.5.
68.5.
Which makes sense, because I think regular Gushers are better than these. Because it's... while I was eating them, I was like, dang, I want to go back to the big chewy nerds.
Oh, yeah. Oh. These things make me like lemon-flavored things. I don't like anything lemon-flavored. These are good.
Like, you don't like lemon cake or nothing like that?
Not really.
I mean, duh, you don't like lemons.
Yeah.
But big chewy nerds at a high 84.5 and Fruit Gushers flavor mixers at a 68.5. Sounds pretty good to me. So, to end this episode off, we have a long segment here. And it's kind of a new game show-esque fun type segment that people listening... Sorry, I got Gushers and big chewy nerds stuck in my teeth. So, all of you listening at home or in your car or wherever you're at can also play along with us if you want to. And what we're going to be doing, this is based on, I will give a shout out, I don't know their name, but on TikTok there were these people that started this, and now I've seen a lot of other people do this, and we're also going to jump on the bandwagon. So this is the first official Toddcast draft. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we have got... There is not a time limit, of course. I was about to say, we have got 5 minutes.
No, they're not.
So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be drafting our top 5. In this episode, we are only going to do 5 things for each person, and we are going to be drafting our top 5 things that are red. Now, this makes anything eligible. Anything that is all red, mostly red, has got some red in it. Of course, if it's got a little bitty amount of red, you know, that we'll leave that up to question.
Yeah.
So if it has some red, we'll debate on why it should or should not be.
Yeah.
And then at the very end of the draft, once we have drafted 5 each, we will open it up to a round of trading.
Okay.
And see if we want to trade, and you can end after the trading with an uneven amount. So if you wanted to trade 2 and I only want to trade 1,
okay,
because it's so powerful, it's worth two picks.
Yeah, yeah.
Or at the very end, we could throw in an extra thing where I would give you something you really want, but I would get the next time first round draft pick.
Oh, for the next time we do this.
And depending on whatever it is, and we'll decide what that is. Of course, if you have your top 5 things that are red, go down in the comment section and leave it there.
Yes.
So we have a official coin that we are going to flip.
Yes.
Of course, you are the guest. You're going to flip it and you're going to call it.
So I got this. I'm going to just explain this coin real quick. I got this for Christmas, and it's a picture of a pig, and it's got the pig's head on one side and the pig's butt on the other side for heads and tails.
Because he has the little squiggly tail.
Yeah. And I just thought it was hilarious.
So I'm going to turn the light on.
All right, so
You going to flip
it?
Yes, because you're the guest and you're going to call
I'm
it.
going to go with tails. All right, here we go.
And flip it.
It is tails.
So you get the first ever Toddcast first round draft pick. Things that are red. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaron is going first. And your first round draft pick that is red is... Drum roll, please.
Suspense. I'm going to go with fire trucks.
Oh, man.
Because, what would you do without them?
That is true. But now you own all fire trucks. That means you decide whether they go to the fires or not.
Oh, I don't know. That's how this works.
Well, that's how, like, football drafts work, you know?
Oh, I own this now.
You now own whatever you pick.
Oh, Lord. I didn't realize that. All right, that's cool. I got a fire truck.
But you have every fire truck in the world.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, any fire truck that is red. If they're not red, of course, you don't get them.
I just monopolized fires.
Yes, like, you basically the Jeff Bezos of fire trucks now.
Yes.
That's who you are. If a fire happens, you can say, no, we're good.
Okay.
So, you now own fire trucks.
Fire trucks.
I'm going to write this down and keep track. Fire trucks.
Well, now knowing that I own this, I'm going to take the rest of this draft very differently. In the original direction.
So, my first round draft pick, I had to go with something useful. Mm-hmm. I had to go with something big. And after each draft pick, if you want to explain why you picked it as well.
Yeah.
I am picking apples.
Ah. I like it.
I'm taking all red apples. I now own all apples.
It wasn't even on my list, and I feel stupid for not putting it.
That was the first thing I wrote down. I was like, apples. Of course, any green apple I cannot take because that is not red. But if it is an apple that is all red, any kind of red apple, yeah. I now own all the apples.
Nice.
So
that's a solid pick.
I can monopolize everything apple.
Yeah, you're
like apple pie. That may not happen because I may not allow it.
Well, if you're going to get kicked out of America.
That is kind of true. So, I have apples. You have fire trucks. Jaron, what is your second round draft pick?
My second round pick is going to be a red Ferrari.
Oh. So, you have all Ferraris that are made red?
Yes. Because, that's the iconic color of a Ferrari,
That is true.
Yeah. So.
Red. So, you have all red Ferraris. That's a good pick.
I have quite the garage.
That is true because you have just all Ferraris and fire trucks. But hey, you never have to worry about having a fire close by
That's
because
right.
you have a fleet of fire trucks to use.
If I have all the fire trucks, I don't even need to fill up gas. I just go to a different one.
At this point, you should just be able to create a technology that a car can run off of water, so you can just use that. You know.
Yeah.
So good pick.
But that's not red.
Good. That is true. Water is not red. If it is, then something bad happened. So you have fire trucks and any Ferrari that is made the color red.
Yeah.
I have apples.
And
My second round draft pick is Netflix.
oh, I didn't even think about that.
Netflix logo is red, and now I own all apples in Netflix.
Oh.
So anything I can finally end the god-awful shows that come out of Netflix. I am basically the president, CEO, and board of directors.
Yeah.
I am the owner of Netflix, and I will stop this password sharing thing that they have now enacted.
Yeah.
That you have to log into your home Wi-Fi every 31 days to be able to use Netflix. So you just have to go home at least once a month to log into Netflix. So I have apples and Netflix. You have fire trucks and all red Ferraris. What do
All
we
right,
got next?
well,
Your third.
I'm going to do a little switcheroo because this wasn't on my list, but hearing what you've said,
Yeah, you can come up with whatever you want.
I'm going with YouTube.
Dang it.
Was that your next pick?
That was not the next one, but it was one of them. I thought about YouTube. Golly.
That's a big one.
That is a big one. Now, it's not really rivals, but I guess you could say it is between Netflix and YouTube.
Yeah.
So, Lord. YouTube.
Yes, it is.
Dang it.
What a pick.
That is a great pick. Great pick after the fire trucks and the
Already
Ferraris.
the richest person on earth.
Because you could sell them. Because you can own either the business. But so you could have a business that's called All Red Ferraris.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing but red Ferraris is all you make.
Yeah.
And YouTube. Golly. That means you monetize. You're over everything.
Oh, yeah.
Any decision that is made about YouTube, you have to finalize it and say what is made. If a YouTuber you don't like has a YouTube channel, you could just delete it.
Yeah.
So it's like you own it all. Okay.
So where do you go?
My third round draft pick after Apples and Netflix, I'm going with the planet Mars.
Oh my gosh, I had that.
I was going with
Dang it, that was my next one.
I'm going with Mars. Well, you took YouTube.
That's fair.
Look, you take YouTube, and I gotta go to Mars now. So now I can have all my apples grow on Mars while I watch Netflix.
You better bring Matt Damon with you.
So I might have to. But anything that is Mars related, and honestly, if it's got to be in a movie, it's got to go through me because I now own an entire planet.
So do you own Marvin the Martian too?
Anything that is Mars related.
Oh.
Any game, show,
Martian Manhunter.
movie.
That's yours now.
There's a video game
Congratulations.
called Surviving Mars.
Oh.
So it's like The Martian.
The movie, The Martian.
Yeah, all that. Anything Mars related and Mars.
You own Matt Damon.
And I mean, I might even own Mars Bar. So,
Oh, that's crazy.
Anything Mars related, I have.
Mars makes M&Ms too, so.
But I own the planet, and we can call it at that. So I have.
Way to not be greedy. I'm proud of
That's
you.
true. I didn't want to take too much away.
Yeah.
So, but I own Mars, Apples, Netflix. You have fire trucks, all red Ferraris, and YouTube. It's time for your fourth pick.
My fourth pick is the flavor fruit punch.
Oh God! What?
That's mine now.
Fruit punch flavor.
So
That is a lot of stuff.
So think about fruit punch.
Everything has fruit punch flavor.
So originally, what I had wrote on my list here was Chinese buffet Jell-O, but then I realized that's fruit punch flavored. So let me just say fruit punch, because I'll get the Kool-Aid, I'll get that, I'll get all the other drinks that are fruit punch.
Every candy that is a fruit punch.
Yes.
Every candy that has red, it's either cherry or fruit punch, because
Yes.
strawberry is a pink color.
Yes.
Fruit punch. Oh, God, it's so big. That's such a giant pick. Why did I not think of that?
Giant pick. You literally picked Mars.
That is true. But there's so much. I mean, with the amount of fruit punch stuff that is made, could be equal to the amount that is Mars. Because Mars is big, but I mean,
There's a fire truck.
I own that. No, I don't. You own that.
Step away.
I'm gonna bring Mars to Earth and end it all. So, oh, man, fruit punch flavor. I should have thought of that. So
with
my 4th round draft pick, I have apples. I have stuff to eat. I got Netflix I can watch. I have Mars that I can live on. I am taking in my 4th round draft pick officially Apple Music.
Oh, gosh.
I'm taking Apple Music.
You already got Netflix. What more do you need?
Well, I am now going to combine Apple Music and Netflix
to make Nappleflix.
Yes, nipple flicks.
That's not what I said.
That's what I thought you said.
Nipple flicks.
Nipple flicks.
That's great.
Nipple flicks and chill.
Oh, gosh.
Well, now I can't take it back.
With my 4th pick, I pick Nipple Flicks.
Anyway, apples. Like, I already have apples, and I'm taking Apple Music. I can't take Apple the company because their logo is an apple.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
It's usually white.
Yes, and it's a white color, so I'm not going to get too greedy by saying apples and take all the fruit and the company. But I'm taking a part of their company. I'm only taking the music part of their company,
which is pretty big.
So it is red, and I am officially taking Apple Music. That way, I have some jams to listen to. So for the final 5th round draft pick.
So let me just recap what I have acquired here.
Okay.
I have fire trucks.
Yes.
Red Ferraris.
Yes.
YouTube. And fruit punch.
Yes.
What am I missing here? This is a rhetorical question. I'm missing some food. I got drink, but I ain't got nothing to eat.
True. You can't eat a fire truck or a red Ferrari or YouTube.
I mean, you could try.
You could try, but it won't happen.
So with my 5th and final pick, I'm going with the Louisiana staple, crawfish.
Oh, you're taking crawfish?
Crawfish.
Oh my gosh.
I debated between crawfish and lobster, and I like crawfish.
You know, it is a great draft pick.
Yes.
Man.
And I think that really rounds out my...
It rounds out because you have all of those, but... You know, I was thinking, I have apples, but I also wanted something else food related.
Okay.
But I didn't even think about crawfish. You know, I could take shrimp, you know, I could take, anything that isn't a well-done steak.
Yeah.
You know, I could take all raw meat.
Delicious.
You know, and...
I love the taste of iron.
You know, I could take that. But then I was like, you know what? I got to go bigger with food.
Oh.
My 5th round draft pick is going to be Steak and Shake.
Oh my gosh.
Taking...
Steak and Shake. You know, I tried to think of a red restaurant that I liked. The only one I could come up with was KFC, and I was like, nah, I think I'll pass.
But Steak and Shake is coming home with me. And rounding out our draft picks before we try to do any trades, we're going to go over right quick. You have fire trucks, all red Ferraris, YouTube, fruit punch flavor, anything fruit punch flavor, and crawfish.
Yeah.
Which is quite the assortment. And I am ending with apples, Netflix, Mars, Apple Music, and Steak and Shake. Now, this is the part of the draft not many people pay attention to usually.
Yeah.
This is the trading session.
Okay.
So
I'm willing to trade my fire trucks for let's see what you got here. I just don't need two things of vehicles. That's just not necessary. So,
yeah, I don't have a car.
You probably need some way to get around, you know. So,
I gotta drive around Mars somehow.
That's right. And so I'm willing to give you fire trucks, and I'm asking for Steak and Shake.
Oh. That is a good one. That's a good trade.
Fire truck for Steak and Shake.
Every known fire truck that is red, because there are some fire trucks that aren't red, I think. For a dying company.
A good dying company, though.
Yeah, it's so good.
You can decline. You don't have to.
I would counter that.
Yeah.
And I would take fire trucks.
Yeah.
For... No. I want to counter with something. No to that offer. I'm going to counter with something. I got to keep Steak and Shake. Okay. Even though it's my 5th round draft pick, I want to keep it. I would counter with, I will give you all the apples for YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair trade.
I mean, come on.
I don't need to be healthy. What a waste of time.
Hey, you have crawfish.
No.
I was gonna think that. I was like, what would I be okay with giving away?
I think I'm pretty content with what I have.
I feel like I am too. You have true.
So tell me, are there any alternates that would have been in there?
The only one I had on my list that I was thinking was red lights.
Red lights.
Or stop signs.
Yeah.
Because now I can control red lights, meaning I can have them on whenever I want. Mm-hmm. So that means it would. But I was thinking about putting that instead of Apple Music for a second. But you have fire trucks, and you turn on your siren, and that kind of rules out my red lights. I was like, my red lights could stop your Ferraris unless your fire trucks give a fire truck escort for your Ferraris.
I've never seen a fire truck escort.
It could happen. I was going to say police escort, but it's not a police car.
So one of my strong alternates was Target.
Oh, man. That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Target's good.
Yeah. But here we are. I mean, I'm pretty content with what we got here.
I mean, there's nothing really else I can think of besides, like, basic lights. Or, like, I thought of the American flag, but it's not mostly red. It's just got some. But what can I do with the flags?
Yeah.
And I thought about blood. But it's only on the outside when it's red. It's blue on the inside, so...
Yeah. Well, some of it. I mean, there's red blood inside, too.
Yeah, but the one you see.
Yeah.
But... I mean, you could take...
What about that car wash next to us right now?
I can own all of Tommy's Express car washes. There's more than one. I don't know where the other one is, but yeah. I was thinking about red stuff, and I first went to brands after apples.
Yeah.
And I was thinking Netflix, YouTube, Apple Music. And I was thinking just of those, and that's when I thought of, like, okay. The funny thing is, I didn't even pick my own podcast. It's red. I didn't pick it. Well, I mean, they gotta understand. Apple's Netflix, Mars, Apple Music, and Steak and Shake. Come on, But
now, if Joe Rogan was red, would you pick him?
I would pick his income if it was red. But I'm happy with my picks. I think I have a wide spectrum of Apple's, Netflix, Mars, Apple Music, and Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
And you're rocking fire trucks, all red Ferraris, YouTube, the fruit punch flavor, and crawfish.
Yes.
You've got the assortment. I feel like mine is kind of not plain, but I feel like it's something. I feel like Mars.
Yeah.
Netflix, but you got crawfish and the fruit punch. Fruit punch flavor is wild. Like, hopefully you're not going to get old with that. Drinking fruit punch and eating crawfish all the time.
Diabetes and heart disease.
Hey, but you can watch YouTube anytime you want because you own it.
That's right.
But I mean, if you all, that means you would
Might need
also
to look at CPR videos.
you would also.
You got apples. I got crawfish and fruit punch.
Yeah, I have apples. I'm eating apples while I'm at Steak and Shake because I have Steak and Shake.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's
anything
not the greatest for your health, but you know.
Yeah, but I could make like a apple shake or whatever.
Yeah.
Try to make something like that, which I don't think that'd be too good. But
You go for that.
I would have an apple and a Steak and Shake a day to hopefully keep the doctor away from me. So that's what I'm going with.
I'll carry my jug of fruit punch around like Uncle Si with a sweet tea.
You and your fruit punch. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas that are listening of what we should do next, if we should do another color, other ideas, of course, are top 5 movie series.
Or brands or anything.
Or,
I mean, there's all kinds of things.
Top 5 video game series, top 5 sports.
I mean, you can get more specific with like sit-down restaurants or fast food. I mean,
Exactly.
You can go down the rabbit hole with this, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But picking a color, you kind of go real broad with it, So.
There's not a lot that Mars and crawfish have in common.
That is kind of true, On the same list between both of us, we got YouTube, Mars, and crawfish, and fire trucks. So, which I'm surprised we didn't talk about fire, but I guess fire is more orange than red.
It depends on.
So, and then there's the blue fire. So, but with all that, I think people listening can decide who won and let us know what your top 5 favorite things are. And from now on, I will have to keep a list, and we'll have a big list of top 5 of these, and then see, like, by the end of the year, what all we drafted together.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. And then who knows? We might have to do a crossover where it's like we did our top 5 things of this, but you want to trade something from this top 5 with a future one, and make it, multiverse type stuff. So, but because we now own these, unless we trade at some point in the future, we now own all these picks we picked. So,
Nice.
So with all that being said, I think that's going to end this episode. Jaron, you got anything to end off with?
Well, the next episode will be legal, so there we go.
for your guest appearance.
Yeah.
We're on episode 162, but yours will be 18. So, yes!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Legal. I can go to war.
I need to go to Mars after saying that I own it now. I got to figure out a way to get there. I need to borrow one of your all-red Ferraris to get to Mars.
You didn't want to take the fire truck to Mars?
Nah, I mean, that would look pretty cool. To just fly a fire truck to Mars.
Yeah.
So, but with all that being said, Jaron, thank you for being on again.
It's been good.
And can't wait for the next top 5 draft. So, y'all will have to listen for that, and we'll see y'all later.